There has been a question asked by Karan Thapar that why the world hates India. Why so much hate? So here is the answer. Quick, short, and I can go on and on for hours. Why the world hates India and Indians. But here is just a little bit of, you know, taster of what world thinks about India. The first thing, India is an occupier. Yes, they have stolen the land from Assam, Sikkim from Nepal, and Kashmir, Junagadh, Manadhar from Pakistan, and yet they claim that why world hates them. Well, you are occupier. Quickly move on to the next one. Aggressors, intolerant society. That's why world hates you. Now, Indian aggression, just highlighting it, entered in Kashmir, 1948, occupied it. Indian aggression, they tried to get into China above their state Arunachal Pradesh, which is South Tibet, rightly Chinese part, but got beaten up. Then Indians entered in East Pakistan and boldly claimed, oh, we made Bangladesh. Great. Well, truth is, that is the act of aggression, attacking, intolerance. Indian Hindu society is intolerant about all the minorities. Pick any Christians, Muslims, and now guess what? They destroyed Babri Mosque in Ayodhya, constructed Ram Mandir on it. Now that is aggression, intolerance. Now they are claiming to have two more, in one in Kashi and the second in Mithra, two more mosques to occupy and destroy and construct some mandir on it, Hindu temple. Okay, next one. Blatant liars. Whole Indian society, government, diaspora, they all are blatant liars about every single thing. Right. Let's say they say they are the third biggest economy in the world, surpassing Japan and whatever. Guess what? 800 million people in India, they live on government dole, 5 kg grains per month. That's the standard. 800 million out of 1400 million people. Highest in poverty. And yet they claim they have the biggest economy. Well, lie. Fine. Let's move on quickly. They say China is not sitting on Indian territory. And that was said by Modi, their prime minister, as they call themselves, Murk. Yeah, Murk prime minister. Indians will understand the word Murk. But actually, China is holding more than 40,000 square kilometer area of India. Yes, that is true. Galwan, you remember? They punched and threw the Indian soldiers into the river to die and rot. Okay, let's move on. Their air chief lying blatantly. Even the, the official statement of his press conference did not include whatever he claimed about downing 7 Pakistani jets in this Operation Bunyanul Marsus. Plain lie. Nobody believed him. None. Because there is no proof. Oh, the proof. Let's move to their Pahalgam false flag operation. They say, oh, we had the proofs that it was the terrorist attack by Pakistan. Guess what? Nearly 4 months gone by, no proof. They themselves, their own investigation agencies, whatever they have, they claim, no, we don't have any proof that it was Pakistani supported or sponsored terrorists or not. They don't even know who did it. So technically, it was a false flag operation. They killed their own people by themselves just to create a drama, nothing more. Okay, one more. They, their own air chief marshal, assistant, vice air chief marshal, whoever it was, they claimed that our Golden Temple in Punjab, which is Sikh shrine, very important Sikh shrine for the Sikh community, they allowed them to have air defense systems installed in the Golden Temple. And guess what? The high priest of Golden Temple said, no, nobody asked and nobody allowed. I was in Canada when this all happened, this Operation Bunyanul Marsus. So lies flying in their face, but yet continue to lie. Guess what? Trump says, American President Trump says that he called Modi to stop this aggression against Pakistan within 24 hours. And Modi stopped it within 5 hours. And Indian Prime Minister Modi, chaiwala, tea seller, third-rate human, said in their parliament that nobody talked to me. Who cares? Okay, move on. Why the whole world hates India? Because they are terrorist exporter. Yes, India is exporting terrorism all around the globe. Pakistan holds valid proof. Live living Indian naval officer who admitted, Kulbhushan Yadav, if you remember. Yes, he is still in Pakistani custody. Indian terrorism extended all the way up to Canada, killed Canadian citizens, attacked and attempted murder in USA and in UK as well. So India is the biggest terror exporting country in the world. Then another reason to hate India, merciless, heartless people. In their so-called Operation Surrender, their Air Marshal Bharti at one point said, when he was asked that, oh, Pakistan claims that there were civilians who were killed in your attack in Pakistan. And he said, oh, we achieved our goals and it's their job to collect the body bags. Now that is Air Chief Marshal. I mean, how heartless and merciless you have to be. Similar level to Israeli forces. And then yet they don't understand why the world hates them. That's why the world hates you all. Right. If we see that thousands, literally hundreds and thousands of Sikh young men, even up to the age of 15 years, they were picked from their homes in 1983-84, which resulted in Indira Gandhi's assassination. Hundreds of thousands of Sikh young men were taken from their homes and killed. It was a proper genocide. India never ever apologized for that to the Sikh nation. Even one of the Sikh leaders who was very close to uh, current government and the previous one, he said that please accept that genocide and have a 2 minute silence in the parliament. But nobody paid attention to him. Why? Because Indians, Hindus in particular, are merciless, heartless people. Right? Thousands of Kashmiris, we know they are rotting in prisons. They are dying. Nobody cares. Kuki fighters in eastern state of India, Nagaland, thousands of Nagas, you name it. Minorities, they are being thrashed, lynched, killed day and night. That's why world hates you. Dear Indians. Well, not dear. Fine. Next one. Cheaters, deceivers. Yes, Indian Hindus, government are biggest cheaters and deceivers. Very latest example, they cheated Iran and worked, spied for Israeli Mossad while sitting in Iran and claiming that they are friends. Then, you know it, all around the world, scam callers are from India. You just have to pick up the phone and listen to the accent. You will know this Indian scammer. How they cheat the world as well, how they deceive as well. They show colors, abundance, happiness in their films, movies, or whatever they have got. But in fact, poverty ridden country it is. Well, India is not a country, it's just a union. It's not even worth of being called a country. That's why world hates you. Next point, why world hates arrogance. Indian Hindus, Indian government, Indian diaspora, they all are arrogant. When they talk to other people, they think themselves that they are some superhumans. And guess what? Their Prime Minister Modi saying that it was the Indian god, some type of god, who flew to space for the first time in human history. I mean, height of arrogance, isn't it? Up to the space. Well, you remember in 71 when Indians broke away aggressively and attacked Pakistan to make Bangladesh. Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi said, "Oh, today I have drowned the two-nation theory in Bay of Bengal." The two-nation theory was that there are two nations, Hindus and Muslims, who are different from each other. So that's what she was referring to, arrogance. Later, you know the situation, what happened. Once their foreign minister, Jay Shankar, was asked about a question about Pakistan in a press conference, and he said, "Oh, I do not want to talk about that country, that poor country who has only 8 billion dollar reserves, and I will talk about the country which is kind of equivalent to India, who has $800 billion reserves." Arrogance. But later, you see how that small and poor country slapped India out of their heads in Operation Bunyanul Marsus. You know. Okay, arrogance, another example. Jay Shankar showing false bravado. Oh, we will continue buying Russian oil. If nobody wants to buy from us, if you don't want to buy from us, don't buy from us. I mean, that is the height of cockiness, I would call it. This shows no remorse of whatever wrongdoing, whatever profiteering they were doing, no reconciliation, just false bravado, that kind of thing. But later, such people get slapped real hard and their brain falls between their two ears. Right. Another arrogance. Modi, their stupid prime minister, he talked that, oh, Pakistani youth should work hard, otherwise, my bullet is for them. He doesn't even know that Pakistani youth can beat the S out of you. But hey ho, Pakistanis aren't like that. This is the arrogance. That's why Indians and India is hated by whole world. Okay, next reason, arrogance. Look, arrogance comes from another point. If a bad natured person, if that person gets power over something, even half the power, he or she will start inflicting pain to those uh, on whom he got some power. Now, India is midstream, means the rivers which flow into Pakistan, they come from India, Indian occupied Kashmir, not India itself. And the rivers which come to India, in turn, come from China. So yeah, India is in midstream. Now, arrogance, see the arrogance, the blatantly, oh, we will block the water for 250 million Pakistanis, we will let them die in thirst. Arrogance. That's why world hates you. Right. Last but not least, disgusting, dirty. You know, there is a travel advisory that India is unsafe for travelers. Yes, it's a rape capital. Whole country is full of cow dung, spitting, open air toilets, half naked religious people walking the streets. Indian Hindus burn their dead and throw the ashes into the river, polluting the river. That's why world hates India. Right. The last one where I will end this video. Indian Hindus eat and drink cow dung and pee as a religious ritual. Guess what? One of their religious priests has developed a toothpaste. Yeah, toothpaste developed which has an ingredient called cow urine. That's why world hates India. That's why India and Indian diaspora is world's most hated thing. Hope Karan Thapar has got the answer to his question why world hates India so much.